Welcome to the channel, guys. Right, so we're going to do some yoga. I'm going to show you some good. So basically the crack is, right, is like, it doesn't matter what you do in life, you should be doing yoga. Because the reason is because all tension is stored in the back and down the hamstrings. So like imagine when I bend a ruler, one of them plastic rulers, and it bends and flexes, that all the tension's in the back, on the back side. And that's the same with the body and the hamstrings and all the muscles on the back. There's never tension in the front. You know what I mean? You never get like a tight chest or a tight, unless you've got anxiety, of course, but all tension and problems come from the tension in the back not getting released. So it's really important that we release this tension, because otherwise, if you don't, you're going to end up like this in life, walking along with the world as if you're carrying the world, all the problems from the world on your back. You know what I mean? You didn't want to be doing that. You want to be coming home from work like I've just done and getting rid of all this tension. Even though when I'm at work, it's actually kind of good. I do build up a lot of tension because I walk. So your hamstrings shorten every single day. And I think the rule is to release these hamstrings. So we're doing like downward dog walks. Or we can do what's called elephant walks, where you just, like that. And as you see, like P.TSUPERSTE, it doesn't have to be like strict yoga. You can turn this into an exercise. It doesn't have to be yogi style, but you do have to get your breathing right. So it's, and then, see what I mean? You can turn it into a bit of an exercise. And that's going to release the tension and get the heart rate up. But if you're just doing it to stretch and yogi style and you want the heart rate to be low, then you can do it yogi style. So I'm just going to show you some good stretching for running. So here's a good stretch. You want to be able to touch this heel on your bum. Like that's the ultimate goal. See, I did yoga. So this is a precarious position. You kind of want to either put that foot like that and then do it. And that's going to give the bottom of this foot on the back here a nice stretch. And then this hamstring under here. And then back. And then into this one. And you can actually just go back and forward with that a few times. Or hold. I like to go back and forwards. I like to flow. Because it's better for me when I'm going for a run to do it like more dynamic. That's what it's called. So dynamic means ever changing. So it's not just fixed in one position. So if you want to make something dynamic, it has to flow. Otherwise you're kind of not making it dynamic, you know what I mean? So this would be a much more dynamic workout than what some people think, because I'm going left leg, left leg quadricep stretch. Left leg quadricep stretch. No wonder I couldn't get it out. Left leg quadricep stretch and a right leg hamstring stretch with a nice plantar stretch as well. And then we can even go into the plow, the hip flexor plow. Yep. And then like that. and then like that. So if you are going to flow, go. You know what I mean? But to be honest, guys, I was trained by a yogi instructor who was actually on YouTube called Gently Speaking, Maria. And I spent a lot of time with her one-to-one. And all I wanted to learn was a good flow for me yoga, for me running, so that when I go running, I can learn some good stretches and some good movements for me hip mobility and for me flexibility. Like, I didn't need to be able to do loads of fancy stuff like this. You know what I mean? But I had to. But I just wanted to learn how to be able to have my own, create my own flow. You know what I mean? So I would be like, and then, and then back out, and then up. Oh, really point that figures that, and then, you know what I mean? That's the sort of stuff I wanted to be able to do. So this is dynamic. This is extremely dynamic because I'm flipping from one to the other. Right, guys. So there's another one I want to show you for running. In the bridge. Then you put one foot back and you have to get this knee on the ground. So, and then, so normally I'll just spend 5 or 10 minutes doing this before I go for a run. I'm going to show you the nice blue sky and then I'm going to go for a run. But I just wanted to do this quick video because tension, like I see on my channel a lot about mental health, is the number one thing that causes stress, tension, and the tension is in the back. And if you don't get rid of it, you're going to easily get stressed. It's that simple. So if you can release, and obviously it doesn't pay your bills, but it gets rid of that tension that you've built up through the day from being outside in that shitty goddamn world that everybody says we're living. Like, what more? What you want to just, because if you come home, right, from a stress day at work and just put the TV on, that's not releasing the tension. That's creating more tension because it's more bullshit. Isn't it, guys? Come on. So, you've got to get in and, send out. Get rid of that tension. And obviously the thing is, because all I'm focused on, because the run's going to release most of my tension, you know what I mean? But I'm still, as you can see, pretty flexible. I can get my hands. There's a good tip. That releases a lot of tension in the hammies, that. You know what I mean? So, we're going to do one more tip for calves is put that foot back there. We'll focus on the calf. If you put that foot there, that'll focus on the calf. So this is a dynamic yoga flow. Oh, actually, I might as well show off. You do that? Shall I do it again? Right, back to the stretching state. Let's go. So, I just wanted to get that lower back. So this is cobra pose. This is lovely for the lower back. And then if you want to make that dynamic, you can go like that, like that, like that, for your hip mobility, like that, like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm just shifting the hip to one side. When I put this foot right up here, and then you want to push your elbow in there, and just move your hip around. I know the breathing's not perfect, but don't worry about that at first. It comes over time. You just need to make sure that you're breathing. But because we're doing a dynamic one, it's going to get the heart rate up higher than what a stretch and hold one would. So there we go, guys. There's a nice little warm up for running in the yoga, and a bit of lessons on how to de-stress after work. So goodbye.